Hi friends! Today I'm going to be taking you with me as I shop through Goodwill. I filled an entire cart and I even made a new friend. So let's check it out. I started off in the glass aisle and I of course picked up some milk glass right away. I love this little planter, the hobnail style of it. There was another milk glass piece you can see here. That one's not so much my style, although very pretty, but the price was double, so I left that one behind. The dish aisle was packed today. Oh my goodness, they had so many good ones. If you were in need of dishes, this was the place to go, and a ton of cups as well. They had some pretty stoneware ones, some pretty ones made in England, little strawberry one that I liked. Really fun to look through these. I don't know what it is about teacups, but I am just always drawn to them. I thought this set was so sweet, and they had a full set of them. And they had some beautiful blue and white ones that I thought were precious. I do love a good cup of tea, but I also think that they're really fun to decorate with. They're really soft and dainty, and you can find one to match any type of decor, really. So I always love looking through this aisle and see what pretty ones I come across. This piece is a really great find. This is a vintage bed warmer. You can put your coals in the back of it and warm the bed. Now it's more used for decor. You can hang it on the wall and put some florals in it. This is a pretty pottery piece, but I don't really understand what it is. Tell me if you know. Maybe a vase? Not sure. I thought this cross stitch was really unique, but when I looked it up, it was a pretty common pattern, and I thought the price was a little high on it, so I left that one behind, but I always love finding needlework pieces. I thought this table was really nice, but the wear on the top of it was a little too much for me, so I left that one behind. They didn't have a ton in the furniture section today. I'll show you another piece I found in a minute, but not too much. Love a good crock. Don't love the detail on it or the little disgusting friends left inside, but did bring that one home. And I also loved this vase, but the inside was so gross, there was no way I would have been able to clean that one. I love this lamp, beautiful copper piece, but it was huge and I just don't have a place for that one right now, but that is a good find. And I also love this rocker. Again, another great find and a really great price for it, but I don't have a spot. I wish I did. I think it's so beautiful. All it needed was a good cleaning. It is so rare to find a pair of matching lamps, much less brass matching lamps, but these were just too big for me, so I left them. I do love this copper tray, so I did bring that one home with me. I just think it's really unique, the mix of the copper and the silver. And after a bit more shopping, I filled an entire cart. All right, it's time for the haul. This is a good one. So many wonderful goodies and a lot of things that were kind of different for me. Went out of my comfort zone on some of these. As I was shopping around, I ran into another reseller and we started chatting and became fast friends, and it was really fun to kind of shop around with her. We actually were waiting and waiting for them to bring out the new carts, so we ended up just chatting a lot as we walked through the aisles, and she had a very different style of what she was looking for as opposed to what I was looking for, so that was nice because we could kind of like point out things that each other might like, and it was a lot of fun. So you never know when you're going to make a new friend. Thrift stores are a great place. Let's jump into this haul and see what I got. We're gonna start with the heaviest item that I got, which was this crock. And it has this applique type thing on it. I'm gonna try and get that off because I don't particularly love it and it's kind of coming off anyways. But otherwise, it is a fabulous, big old heavy crock. And in the footage, you saw that I had some really nasty little friends left behind in it, a lot of them. So I have already cleaned it out. It got cleaned out before it even came into my house. This had clearly been in somebody's garage for quite some time. But now it came home with me, and it does have like, you know, some crazing type cracks, but that just adds to the charm of these types of pieces. And I don't have one that's this large. So this was a really good find for $6.50. This was a really unique find. This is a vintage bed warmer, and nowadays people use it and they put florals in it and hang it on their wall. So it's kind of like a little planter, and it has the pretty pop of brass on it. I thought that was really beautiful. It was only $2.50, so that will be up on my Etsy. I'm not usually a glass girly. I just don't know a whole lot about vintage glass. I can appreciate it, but I just don't know a whole lot about it. But I saw these two items and I thought, you know what, those look a lot like Murano glass, and I don't know much about it, but I know that that's the good stuff. And so I grabbed these, and I don't know that they're true Murano glass, but they are in that style. And there's not one, but two of them. And how beautiful is that blue on there? They are hand blown. You can tell by looking at the bottom that it was cut off. So that's really cool. And it has the milky white on the inside, and they're in fabulous condition. You know, it has the little air bubbles here and there from being hand blown. And they were each only $4.50. So I thought that that was a great find. They're like tree shaped, and I think I will sell them separately because you might not need to. The vase is exactly the same, but they will be up on my Etsy. I just think they are so beautiful. I can never turn down a good painted dish. A hand-painted vintage dish is always my jam. And this one is a little 3-tray one, little divided tray, you know, for like your crackers and your cheese and things like that. I would probably not use it for food. I would use it as like a jewelry dish. Put my rings here, my earrings here, my bracelets over there. I just think that would be the perfect little divided jewelry tray. And it is signed on the bottom by the artist Estelle Ward. So I think that's so pretty. It was only $3.50. That will also be up on my Etsy. Such a beautiful find. I love milk glass, and I found this beautiful planter, hobnail style. I don't have this one. It's beautiful. I might have a hard time giving this one up. I haven't decided if I want to sell this one yet. It's so pretty. It was $4.50, and I just love it with a scalloped edge. I think that's beautiful. I also found this sweet little milk glass strawberry jug, and I just think it's the sweetest thing. Perfect little bud vase. So cute on a shelf. That was $1.50. Then also, Mickey, you gotta always pick up Disney, vintage Disney when you can. And this was from the Pepsi Collector Series, Mickey, and he's still in good condition on both sides, which is hard to find. Made in the USA, oven proof, and he was $3.50, and he's milk glass, so I had to grab Mickey as well. This pair of items is a little different for me, but I saw them and I could tell that they were just good sturdy pottery, and they are German beer steins, and there is a market for that. I've seen that from other resellers. I have never personally sold any, but I honestly just love the blue on it with the gray. They are extremely sturdy, and I got a pair of them. They actually had 3 of them, but the third one wasn't in as good of condition, and I felt like a pair is usually better for buyers anyways. So they were $4.50 each. So we'll try that out, see if anyone's interested. I just thought they were really nice. So most of the items today will be on my Etsy, and if you see one that you like and you don't see it on my Etsy, just send me a message on Etsy and I can tell you if it's already been bought or if it's still available and I just haven't had a chance to put it up. So this little piece is the sweetest little picture, and it has these hand-painted flowers, and I saw it and immediately knew it had to be vintage, just kind of because of the look of it. And I had several people come up to me after I found it and tell me how great it was of a find. So it is Hall's Kitchenware, made in the USA, Rose Parade. Just a really pretty item, but it also came with this. Has this little covered dish as well. So that's a really sweet, unique find. Gorgeous on your shelves or to use for watering your plants, things like that. I think each one was $3.50, so really pretty set. My new friend that I made actually found this piece for me. This pretty blue willow plate. It's gorgeous. It has the best crazing on the back. Definitely an older piece. Has like maybe a teensy bit of chipping there so you can see kind of the stoneware underneath, but really beautiful piece. $4.50. These are very popular right now in decorating and hanging them on your walls. So it was very nice of her to give me this one. So this piece is not vintage, but not everything that you get from the thrift store has to be. This one is actually just a Better Homes and Gardens, probably from Walmart or somewhere. But I loved the green color to the glass, and I just think it's the perfect vase for my spring flowers. I really like this size, so I grabbed that. It was only $3.50. When they finally brought out the new bins with things, it was chaos and people were just swarming them. And one of the first things that I grabbed were these Norman Rockwell glasses, Christmas glasses. I think I have maybe 8 of them. I grabbed a whole bunch because I just think that's the perfect drinkware for the Christmas time. And I don't know if I'll sell them as pairs or sets of 4, but you can never have too much Christmas. Next piece is really beautiful. It's a copper tray and it already has the hanging hardware, and it's got copper and silver on the front. I just think it's really beautiful detail etched in there. Of course, Goodwill, they put their stickers smack dab in the middle and they're impossible to get off. So I'm gonna have to do some scrubbing to get that one off. I don't know why they can't put them on the back, but oh well, a little more work for me. But I thought that this was just a really beautiful piece. This will be up on my Etsy, and I just think it's gorgeous. It is stamped on the back from where it was made and is a really lovely, heavyweight, beautiful piece. A couple little things that I found. One is this Navajo handmade vase, little bud vase. I think that's really sweet. I recently sold another Navajo vase, so we'll see how this one does. I just really love the colors, the purple and the blues on this one, and it was $3.50. Also found this stone apple, which is a little different for me. I wouldn't normally pick this up, but being a teacher, the apple spoke to me, and I just thought it was a really pretty color. It was $3.50 as well. I found this little creamer, cow creamer with the bell on it. I think that's really sweet. It has some good crazing on it. Really pretty piece. I have sold items like this before. This one was also $3.50. I found a lot of items for that price. One of my favorite items that I found is this beautiful wooden shelf, and I grabbed this right out of the worker's hands as he was putting it out. I was like, don't even bother putting that out. I will just take that right from you, thank you. I'm always drawn to these wooden shelves. This one has a sweet little drawer. These would be used for spoons, like spoon collections and things, but honestly, if I was using it, I would just use it as a shelf. Wouldn't even bother with the notches. And it's a nice way to display all your little trinkets and things. Would be cute in a bathroom and an entryway. A lot of different uses for this. So if I can part with this one will be on my Etsy as well. All right, friends, that is the haul. Not too bad. I think that was probably one of my best Goodwill hauls, frankly. And I even made a new friend. So you just never know with thrifting what kind of treasures you will find, whether it be a vintage item or a new friend. So I hope you enjoyed this thrift haul. Let me know which items were your favorites, and if there's anything you're interested in, just go check it out on my Etsy. Until next time, happy thrifting, friends.